find a kill.
I don't think Jackson was ready for him to beat that.
Bad timing there for Jackson, but Demoted will bring down Python. It's a one-man left. How to Feed has to turn around a 4v1. Can he do it? No. No. And I can't blame him either. I don't think anybody's winning those.
What a response.
I mean, really. You lose the first map, and the Bulldogs came back with a feisty play. 10-2.
I have no words.
This
is the best they've played.
I have to be 100% honest.
This is the best Haven map I've ever seen him play.
I have never seen him play this well, and as well as it's very difficult to catch Flash without words, and I'm seeing him quite literally jaw dropped here.
I mean, I usually have some quip ready to go.
Something ready to go. I'm also relatively stunned. I don't know what I'm looking. This is, I mean, like I said, this is literally
Is this
life.
some kind of sick joke?
The Bulldogs have been putting on a show today.
They've been misleading us. You know, like sandbagging in golf? That's what they're doing with Haven.
Sandbagging is a thing in esports. It is.
Oh, yeah, well, like making your stats bad and then coming into a tournament and then just
that you don't. It's usually very negative.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that we're sandbagging, but I think the Bulldogs have definitely, like you said, they had to get the nerves out. They had to shake the rust off. Yeah. It's been a few weeks, and now they're ready to play.
They're playing their game.
Yeah, they're here to win. And Prodigy's going to be able to push in here. He's going to look for this opening entry on window. They're spread out there on Sacramento State. Jared is a little pushed up further than might be safe for him as Elo is going to enter. Oh, Astra not ready.
Disgusting.
And that's Spike down right off the bat. 10-2. And the Bulldogs have Spike down in the first round of the second half.
You see him?
Oh, that's
good damage, though.
Spain will bring down Light, but Light does, you're right, finds really good damage. Omen is essentially one tap to anything.
And they're going to just take, well, yeah, Spain's pushed up, so they know that they at least have sight to someone.
Demoted's not going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, Demoted, plush gun.
That worked out better than expected.
Smokes are going to come out. They know there's one there. Oh, no. Spain was waiting for Demoted to entry, and that's going to be another one. Prodigy will find a kill on Python. Jet diff there for us. The location will get revealed by that Sova dart. But it's not for the Bulldogs.
In a good position.
Yeah, Jackson's in a great spot here with Sewers, and they just need to find that one shot over there onto Spain. Tough shot there for Jackson. Elo will bring down Spain, finds that kill. Ayub will find down Prodigy, and Jackson will fall as well. Elo's the last man standing, 91 health and a little bit of armor. 8 shots in his Ghost.
Oh, it's just over his head.
I mean, he
just over his head.
Caricatures anyone? He's painting pictures for us.
I mean, he hit the same spot, like, with every single bullet.
Right, and that's the thing about Valorant. I think that is very difficult to notice sometimes, is that if you adjust your aim, you might be even more off than if you just wait.
Yes.
And that's part of how this game is played.
Is he crouched? Was he crouching?
Yes.
Okay, that's
and so why? And Elo's aiming for the head, and that guy crouched. So that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. So the crouching is not a great habit, but sometimes it just wins you a fight.
It saves you somehow.
Sometimes it'll save you. And
I mean, that's my biggest Achilles heel is I just crouch on everything.
I also have to wonder if Spain had some kind of wonder round. 10 and 11 is not the same Spain we saw last round, who seemed practically invincible. Python brings down Jackson, finds a kill. Spain will find another. Demoted finds a kill on Feed, though. So 4 against 3 as the Bulldogs look to defend this site.
Yeah, that's good value.
Yeah,
this is very winnable.
Yeah, Classic for a Spectre is pretty good, but they don't have the buy that the Sacramento State does.
That was
Jared finds a kill on Elo, but makes it very close. Some shots going through with the Sheriff there, definitely finding damage.
They could definitely at least take out 2 here. It's a very big possibility. But it looks like their Killjoy is just going to sit back and hold. So, I mean, I that's what I do. I mean, when you're that low, you want to keep your gun. You want to make sure it doesn't fall in the enemy hands.
Yeah, the Hornets here are looking to turn this round around for themselves, but the Bulldogs looking to keep the chokehold that they had on this match.
Yeah. I think they're just going to wait. I mean, they could have played exits, but I don't know how they would have done that.
Yeah, 4 against 2 is going to be difficult. The Bulldogs are going to do.
They want to die anyway.
Yeah, this is what we see often here. Is early rounds like this, dying to the bomb is actually better than dying to the enemy team, because in this situation, the enemy team gets no money for the kill,
and then you get money.
But also, losing a round will give you early on will give you more money than saving and losing the round.
Yep.
So dying there is good, but you don't want to give the money up for the kill. So that's what the Bulldogs are doing there. Die. We don't need the Sheriff. We don't need that Classic. We'll take the death and the extra 600 credits we get.
But back to what I said earlier in the game, keep your foot on the pedal. There's no reason to not.
Absolutely. No, don't let off the gas at all here.
Because those routes will build quickly, and it will catch you off guard for sure.
10-4 is absolutely still a ghastly lead if you're a Sacramento State player. But at this point,
don't get complacent.
Yeah, you can't let your foot off the gas. You're in the straightaway. You got to keep running. This is that final sprint where you've got to run. You've got to really haul it. And I think track coaches would say the same thing. That last 100 meters is the most important.
And I'm not gonna lie, Elo almost picked him off through the smoke, so that was good.
I mean, good instincts.
Game sense?
Instincts.
I was going to say, game sense, instinct, something around there. Interesting smoke.
At this point, we would just say Elo has that dog in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we would say.
Even though he's not pro dog, but he does have that dog in him. It's contagious.
It's contagious, and the Bulldogs have that going for him right now. Python going to hold that angle, but looks like, I mean, Python, somebody let him know he's on attack. He's got to get in there. Flash is going to come out, and it gives Prodigy the opportunity. That's that teamwork that's so important. Prodigy walking away low, but, I mean, one man up now, 5 against 4. Bulldogs with the advantage. And we're going to see Killjoy here. Going to look to Jared, Python, both going to be entering here. Jackson keeping an eye on this one, wants to wait that smoke out, daring them to walk in.
Good kill from
Light will
Light,
find
too.
a kill on Ayub elsewhere. Devoted, keeping an eye on sight here.
When he saw his head.
Saw his head there.
Good kill.
That's a great play from Devoted. Look at the tracking on that as well. Devoted brings down Python. Jared will find a kill on Jackson, but Prodigy shuts him down, finds himself a third. How to feed will fall, and the Bulldogs.
I mean, if you're going to line up like that, Prod's going to take advantage.
Right, if you're going to give me a firing range, I'm going to go ahead and perfectly score on it.
Yeah.
Might as well, and that's what we're seeing from the Bulldogs right now is some outstanding play after play.
Yeah,
and
18
the
and
Hornets
10.
are just struggling to come back and turn this one around.
18 and 10. Did you see that Light's got 13 assists?
Yeah.
That's a lot of assists.
So earlier we said Flash God sarcastically making fun of the fact that he was known earlier in the season for flashing his teammates, but right now what we're seeing is a phenomenal play from Light. Right.
He's doing anything but flashing.
Right,
his
he's
teammates.
flashing everybody on the other team. It's all been a bait all along.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Light, shining the light for the team to win the game right now. As Elo will bring down Spain. Another one, Prodigy finds Python. How to feed will find the first trade for Sacramento, but that's 4. Elo finds himself 3. Prodigy's found 1, but, I mean,
I'll
just
just
shoot.
spray.
And we see him do this all the time.
I was gonna say.
He's going to run away from it. Jared, not able to make it out of that one. That's just, I mean, that's just a killing spree.
I was going to say, that's happened more times than we can count.
We don't. This is aggression. We don't see
Yeah.
from our Bulldogs all this often.
They're playing with confidence.
They are, and it's all worthwhile
Yeah.
and very deserved. The Bulldogs have been, I mean, stomping. This has been their stomping grounds for who knows how long now.
And this is, I know I said, like, you want to get Pearl, so, like, you have that in your back pocket. So
Yeah.
if you do end up losing Haven, it's not the end of the world. But they've taken what I said and just thrown it in the garbage.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs. This is a good timeout if you're Sacramento State.
And I'll kind of eat my words, too, so.
I mean, I'd be more than happy to eat my words if
Yeah.
it means we win matches. Sacramento State having a tough time here turning this one around. The Bulldogs took off a 10-2 start, and they're now up 12-4.
Yeah.
So this does make me think that maybe Pearl was just I don't
I think
like,
it was nerves. I really do.
I think the nerves may be shaken off, but I think what we still have to keep an eye out for is while we can't consider this one in the bag, 12-4 is not quite in the bag. We've seen teams lose these advantages
Yes.
before, and by all means we've seen our Bulldogs lose more consecutive rounds than we'd like to admit.
Yeah.
So it's never out of the question that they could turn something around here. But I think the next step that that we need to worry about is going to be fracture.
Yes.
The Bulldogs made a great showcase on Haven, and we saw a fantastic showcase from Sacramento on Pearl. So
Yeah.
it makes me wonder what we're going to see next. Are we going to see a really even match, or are we going to see another stomp from one of these two teams? Somebody that just absolutely showcases their skill all game long. Prodigy, I think that's the first time we've seen that dash work all season. Every time we usually
now that
see,
I think about it, yeah, you're right.
we often see Prodigy dash down that long area, and unfortunately, it usually results in a quick headshot and Prodigy being dead.
And that's it. That's
Nobody
call
with,
tonight.
Yeah, with nobody there, Prodigy makes it out alive, but I mean, doesn't really find any real value behind that dash.
Gift orb. That's about it.
The plant will come out.
Nice
Light
kill.
will find the first kill on How to Feed. That's going to give the Bulldogs an advantage, 5 against 4. Light going to find another. Or Jackson will find one on Ayub. Jackson will get traded out, but the Moted brings down Jared. Python will fall, and the Bulldogs just need to bring down Spain. It's a 4-on-1, and at this point they can just bait with the defusal, and it's going to be enough. Light will bring down Spain. The Bulldogs bring themselves home a map. Look at that. Fist bumps all around, as we said from Elo earlier. Fist bumps always. Most important thing, and that's a phenomenal job from our Bulldogs there.
What a fantastic answer.
I mean, really, that's like, I mean, you hit a serve in tennis that's dangerous, and then the person just returns it. That was lethal
I mean,
from the Bulldogs.
they got
Prodigy
punched
dropping
in the gut.
Prodigy with a 2.0 KD. This is exactly what we were showing on those player cards earlier. Was Prodigy with that 1.9 and
I mean, yeah, there it is,
it's
right
been,
there.
It's been incredible. Can we get the Prodigy player card up real quick? Actually, it was phenomenal. What we saw today. Look at that, 1.63 KD on the season, and instead we get to see him with a 2.0 KD on the spot. It's actually higher. You're right.
It was
Demoted
demoted
had the
1.9.
1.9. But, I mean, Prodigy putting on a show for the team there, as well as Elo, Jackson, Light, Demoted, doing a fantastic job.
What a fantastic game for Elo. You don't see him usually in these positions where he's just fragging out, but...
Brimstone felt like a second home to him. I mean, it's like he got off these characters we see him on all so often, and it felt like they just put him back. It was like a breath of life was breathed into Elo there. He was dangerous. He was finding the kills, and that was a phenomenal job. So the Bulldogs have turned it around. They're 1-1.
I mean, they got punched in the gut first game, and then they hit him with the people's elbow the second game.
They doubled back very quickly. So right now, the Bulldogs looks like we might just be running straight into the next map. I know oftentimes teams like to take a quick second, get some water, and relax. I wonder if they're going to be launching into that. I don't. Regardless, what do you think is going to be most important here on Fracture? We haven't seen this map from either team in a while. What are you expecting to see from them?
Just play their game, honestly. And it does look like we are going to...
Yeah, so we're going to swing y'all to a quick break. We'll be right back. In the meantime, get comfortable. We've got one more map to go, and this is the decider. It's 0-0. They just need to win this one.
Best of one. Let's see it. Was actually being very aggressive.
Oh, Jackson, don't do it to him. Happy to be the bait there. Python will find a kill on Demoted, but Jared will fall. It's going to be a 4v3, 4v2 as Jackson finds another. Python getting shut. Right, Jackson is a very home part of this team. Without Jackson, this team would not be as whole as it is.
Yeah.
And so I think having it. Oh, I mean, that's just not right.
That was
Elo
a
and Prodigy just the firing squad just taking over the point. And they're going to entry, and now there's nothing that you can do if you're Sacramento State. That's 2 kills right off the bat. That's extra kills in terms of money, and they've got the spike planted. They're on site. They've got smokes where they want them. This is the coordination we expected to see from our Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, this was
smokes
perfect.
Down, 3 people spraying up the main. They dash in, they take the point, and it's their advantage. They have the upper hand now.
They've
Jared,
definitely gotten better at their executes on this map for sure.
Absolutely. Jared getting sprayed out by Light. Light will find the kill. Jared will go down. Low on health here. Going to back up and let... looks like Prodigy is going to take this fight. Is that a Marshall?
Yeah, it is.
It is a Marshall, and it's not going to be enough as they're going to lock darts are coming out. Not something I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was.
We don't see a lot
confused.
of Sova. So not a lot of Sova is going to be why we're not used to that. But hey, they've got the spike down. They've got angles to cover it now. I think they've still got that Brimstone ultimate as well. And I think they're saving that almost for a rainy day. Why use it if you don't have to? It's so expensive. But How to Feed will bring down Prodigy. Spain will find one on Light. The Bulldogs now at the disadvantage in the 3v4. Jackson brings down one with the mollies. Goes to throw another. Can't quite find it. Ayub will bring down Jackson. Bulldogs left in a 2v4. We're going to look to see probably that Brimstone ultimate here. Demoted brings down Ayub. They're not holding it down. Demoted will bring down Killjoy. Python left in a dangerous spot because of Demoted. Brings him down, though. 1v2, but should buy enough time here. Should be able to buy some time.
I don't think that's going to kill him. Oh, it is.
And it does. Elo buys just enough time. This is that post-plant tactic.
Oh, and he died. That's huge.
This post-plant tactic is so dangerous. He goes down, but doesn't even matter because the Molotov will just find the kill.
Yeah. I wasn't
sure
pays to have that many hours.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're going to see him.
And they're going to bring it down. Prodigy will bring down Ayub, and they're going to smoke it off. That's enough for the Bulldogs to call it a good round. Defender Killjoy means that they're going to have popped that ultimate to buy some space here. Oh.
I don't think you realize, but they have bomb on A already.
Spain and How to Feed, yeah. Going to find 2. Prodigy will bring down Spain in the trade, but Jackson, Demoted, once again getting the spike down.
That was perfect. I mean, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Oh, he's not going to read him.
Demoted. This is what we were talking about. Needs to clear all the angles when you go around. And Jackson, not phased. We'll find another, even it out. It's a 2v2 here. Jackson and Prodigy, the last 2 left standing, into Killjoy and Jet as well. And now the Bulldogs have their own Killjoy ultimate to pop here. And won't be able to get that off, but finds one. It's just a Killjoy here. Just needs to buy some time. Doesn't want to die here too early. Needs to buy some space for his team as Prodigy finds 4 with a filthy shot.
That's nasty.
That's crosshair placement for you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is why.
Over-rotating. And that's something that we could take advantage of.
Can I, momentarily, can I get a look at the scoreboard after this? It's not a Bucky. It's a...
Stinger? Is that what I saw? I don't know.
I think so. It didn't look like a stinger through the wall. Spain.
Oh, they're not going to read this. I don't
this
think
is
they're
a
going to read
dangerous
this.
spot. Oh, the
Oh,
flash.
they are.
And
Wow.
they bring him down.
What a
They've
read.
had enough of Spain's antics today.
Yeah.
Somebody take the S off.
Great smoke, too.
Smokes it off. Buys himself some space here. They're going to walk in. It's just a firing squad. Demoted brings down 1. Prodigy and finds himself 2 more. Demoted and Light get traded out. Prodigy will fall, but Elo cleans up the round. The Bulldogs walk away. Jackson and Elo still standing as they finish off the round 8-2. Bulldogs are going to rotate into grass, and look what they can find here. Spain holding right there. Will he find one? Can't quite. Prodigy will bring him down again. Python posing a threat here. Finds 1, but gets brought down by Prodigy. It's a trade out. 4 against 2 here. The Bulldogs have the advantage. Oh, bad timing there. How to feed will bring down Jackson. 3 against 2 still. They have the advantage. They're going to look to get the spike planted here, and this is a great spot. Look at that position where you get to do so much. You can cover it from 3 different angles, and they get to position themselves to absolutely deny this entire point.
And this is a good play from Sacramento. They're just going to grab guns, then they're going to try to hit her, or they're just going to hold.
I think that's what they're trying to do this round. I don't think they're going to try and win this. I don't think they want to try and turn this one.
No, they're pushing it.
Yeah, they're going to dart that, see if they can find any intel on where they are. Ayub and how to feed.
We do have all too, so if we want to use it. So.
Yep, Ayub, how to feed, both going to push that, but that's going to be the smoke. It's going to be enough for the Bulldogs to buy some space. They've got themselves lined up on that, and that's enough for Prodigy. He finds himself a 3rd. Can he get himself a 4-piece on the meal? Prodigy finds himself a 4.
These are like insane.
Yeah. Jackson, what is that?
And Jackson's just him, so.
Yeah, and Jackson, yeah. Prodigy is a prodigy, but Jackson is just him. Jared, once again, going to be holding Heaven. Jackson finds himself a 2nd. This is. I'm having deja vu to the Bandwidth Bowl when Jackson aced. This is a phenomenal play so far. Jackson has found himself 2. Both crisp, clean headshots. Crosshair placement is crucial. Prodigy playing inside the smoke. There's someone to walk in, and Prodigy. Jared wasn't even looking.
I mean, that was perfect. I mean, read that.
How to feed, gonna swing this corner. Jackson looking to find a kill.
I don't think Jackson was.
Welcome back once again. Unfortunately, we didn't get much of a heads up on the ready for this map, but we are going to head right in. They've already picked most of their agents, but here we go. We see Demoted on the Brimstone this time.
You called the KO.
I did. Elo is on the KO. And
I mean, that's not confirmed, but you know what I mean.
Here's something different we're seeing. Raze. We haven't seen that one today.
She is good on this map. There's a lot of tight corners, so that's good for her kit to just clear.
Absolutely.
Throw a nade.
Raze is by far one of my favorite duelists in the game. So by all means, I can't say I'm disappointed to see some Raze, but
you're a Raze Bucky kind of guy, aren't you?
I am. That is kind of what's helped me climb the ranks recently.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Well, in past streams, we made fun of the fact that I was iron. I'm now silver.
He has improved.
We have.
Here, let me give you a little golf clap.
I appreciate that. But it's basically by acting as a human flashbang.
Yeah.
That's my strategy.
Not a bad idea.
Grab a Bucky, double pack in, and hope your team follows up.
Yeah.
So I'm a Skybird, but I hurt. So if they don't pay attention to me, I just kill one.
It's very bold of you to trust your teams down there.
Well, I didn't say it works perfectly.
Okay.
But regardless, here we go. Seeing the Bulldogs. 2 initiators. Something we haven't seen yet today is 2 initiators from both teams.
So even though we did see Elo do very well on Brimstone, it's actually going to be demoted on Brimstone.
Yeah, Demoted plays a lot of Brimstone and ranked as well. I saw his ranked history recently. It contained a lot of Brim. So nothing too crazy out of character for them. And like I said, Demoted the go-to smokes player. Elo a little bit more of a flex when it comes to the team's play. So Demoted playing that controller is more expected, and Elo playing that initiator I think is more of the comfort pick.
And there's not really many changes other than Prod being Jet and Python being Raze, and then Swain being Sky and Elo being KO.
Yeah,
so.
the comps are pretty similar in terms of
layout.
Usually
are. There's usually a couple moving parts, but that's usually what.
And it's more like a preference pick than anything. And some of it is, if they're playing attacking first, they may want to go for a more aggressive comp.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's maps where, this is the comp, you either play it or you lose. And then there's ones where you're you can change stuff out.
It's a little more
make
freeform.
It yours.
Yeah. A little more freeform on the picks. And we're still seeing Killjoy from both teams. I feel like that's... I know when I first started playing Valorant a while back, and I was only playing unrated, really, but I saw nerfs to Killjoy because they were tired of seeing her in every game.
Yeah.
And I feel like since they buffed her shortly after that, and it's kind of been back to that state where I haven't really had many games this year where we haven't seen at least one Killjoy.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot of people's comfort pick. It's a lot of people's favorite pick.
I mean, have we seen Jackson on anything other than Killjoy?
Yes, he's played a little bit of Brimstone. He on Bind, he plays Brimstone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was talking to Elo about it when we were doing production. We were like creating some of the stuff. He said, yeah, he plays Brim once or twice.
I'm not gonna lie, that spring semester felt like an eternity. So like, I just forget stuff that.
It was a fantastic time.
Oh yeah.
I
think it's just because new degree, everything, and kind of just lost track of stuff. So, yeah, it was. This is a lot of aggression too.
Prodigy going really aggressive, gets hit with a flashbang, a stun, another flash.
You can see
another flash.
Elo and Demoted on the other side.
And Elo
him off.
gets a kill on Jared. They're going to continue shooting turret. Ayub will find one on Light. Light gets traded out by Jackson. Ayub will fall. The Bulldogs left in a 4v3. Jackson falling to Python. A tough time there. Oh, Prodigy.
That's a tough way to go.
Yeah, that's a tough way to go. A Sheriff shot to the face. Sheriff Prodigy is in town. There's a new Sheriff in town.
Indeed.
Another one from Prodigy as he brings down Spain. Looking for another. Python will bring down Elo, but the Bulldogs still left in a 2v1. Last man standing, but they're both not feeling great as Python finds another. That's 3 for Python, and Prodigy is the last one standing. Needs to find this shot there. Can't quite find it. Python gets 4 to clean the round.
He can see his feet.
Yeah. It was a one-way that I don't know the Bulldogs intended for it to go that way. Or was that? No, that was not a Bulldog smoke. That was an intended one-way, I believe. You plant it there so you can see when they're defusing.
Was he live? I didn't think he was live.
He had planted it. He had thrown the smoke early when
they
planted. Python finding 4.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good round for Python.
And here's what we see a lot of times from, especially at this level of play, we see this quite often is, whoever wins the first round will typically force a buy.
Yep.
And then they'll use that for the next 2 rounds.
Yes.
And win or lose, they might just keep going with that, keep that econ rolling, keep rolling up that wad of cash in your pocket. But the Bulldogs here are going to keep going with this cheap buy. Jared going to hear Elo stomping around out there. Swings it, finds one. Elo wants to get avenged there. Prodigy may try to turn that one around.
He
does find it. Jared trades out. Unfortunately, wow, a lot of damage there. Demoted finding another. Python will fall. Light shuts down how to feed Spain.
That's just a tough way to go.
Oh my gosh. Ayub jumps. Light jumps directly into the burn, and Ayub will find another. It's a 1v2 here.
They're playing right into Prod, too.
I think they may have seen him. Finds one. Oh. Can't quite find the other. Spain will clean up the round, but narrowly makes that alive. A body shot would have been enough. As Spain cleans up the round and gets the spike planted. That's 2 rounds in a row. But now the Bulldogs are going to be able to full buy. This is what we were expecting from how these rounds go. They full buy, and the other team has to kind of live with half buy.
Yeah. Actually, they're forcing up.
This is crucial for the Bulldogs to win this.
Can you tab again, please? Yeah, you see Python and Yub are both... Oh, and Jared are both...
Jackson's giving us a jam right now.
Yeah. All forced up, so this is a big round.
Yeah, if the Bulldogs can manage to turn this one around, it's going to cripple the econ of the Hornets here. Prodigy, first one to be covering this angle. Light considering flashing it, but decides against it, it looks like.
And this might be a problem because there's just nobody on B right now.
Are they doubling back? They are. They're headed back towards the Bulldogs. Light still hanging out over here. Going to swing it. Gets the intel and will flash. It's a big flash, but nothing to really follow up. More to buy some time for the team to reposition. Sprays it down. Didn't quite find any shots, I think.
I think he got 1 hit.
Yeah. Not enough to really be...
notable.
Yeah, nothing worthwhile, but regardless, the Bulldogs just going to keep spraying down some angles, keep some pressure on this fight. The more time you buy, the more pressure puts on Sacramento State, as how to feed will bring down Prodigy. Light will fall. Jackson finds 2 before he gets traded out by Jared. The Bulldogs left in a 2v3, and now they're looking to find a place to plant. Jared's going to go. He's going to try and get the spike down. Looking for position it, and gets it on. Can he get it down? He will. Elo and Devoted, both the 2 standing here. Queuing ranked together like this is actually a combo I saw them playing on this map last week.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching them play ranked, and they were running these 2 exactly. The knife gets broken. Spain will try to heal up Jared a little bit. Jared playing the dangerous position directly on top of that spike. It's a dangerous place to be. You've got to get in there and bring one down. Elo will. He'll find one. Demoted going to cover his back. Spain will fall. Python, last man standing. He's seen him clean up this round before once already. Python finds the kill. That's going to be a nade. That's dangerous. He makes it out alive.
Nice knowing you.
He's got to run.
Yeah, that's a tough round to lose for sure.
Yep, Python will manage to clutch that round up again. That's 2 rounds that Python has managed to stall that much time. That's,
Yeah.
And you know, that's really kind of what we expect from these players is the capability to do that. You don't need to find the kill. If you just stall it out long enough, you get the round.
Yeah.
And you've already killed 4. That's crippling enough to the econ. One person dying would be almost a hindrance. So a good job there from Sacramento State to turn that round around in their favor. But the Bulldogs are going to go with a little bit of a busted buy here, going to hold on to enough so that they can buy next round. Elo doesn't have as much money, but has enough to hold on to his Vandal. We're going to see a Sheriff. Prod could go for the knives here.
I don't think so. I'd rather see him save it. Although this is a save.
He's already popped
He's already popped it. Okay. Let's say it's a save, so I wouldn't mind him using him here.
I mean, it's totally free at this point.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking for any kills. If you find a kill, you find a kill. If you don't, it's I mean, 0 cash invested.
Oh, wow.
Dashes in a little too early, and Python finds the kill. But there you go. That's what I'm saying. No real value lost there. It's just knives. And,
Other than
and
an ult, yeah.
Right, other than an ultimate, which at this point we often see that from Jet as just a rainy day tactic more than anything. Oh, Jackson finds one before getting traded out by Jared. 3v4 here for the Bulldogs.
Right there.
Light, lying on top of rope. Tough spot there. Flash is going to come out. The knife will come out. Will get one. Python brings down Light, finds another, bringing down Elo. Python is, I mean, he's ready to strike.
Yeah.
As Python will get brought down. Demoted shuts down another. How to feed goes down. Demoted in a 1v2 here. Vandal and 25 armor. Smoke's going to come out. We might see an ultimate here.
Off your feet.
I feel like if I was demoted, I would... holding a little bit out, thinking they'd swing a little wider. Couldn't quite find the round for themselves. 4-0 here for...
Good value on the save, though.
Absolutely. They, going for a broken buy there. It was Stingers and Spectres. And
they're taking another tech. Prod is DC'd again.
Maybe having some more issues, so they're going to take a brief moment and call that tech. And so Prod disconnecting. We'll reconnect real quick. Maybe having some connection issues. I'm not sure what's going on there. But right now we see a very uniform play from the Bulldogs, actually. Not particularly, the scoreboard may show 4-0, which feels like a slaughter this early on. But
I mean, they're playing well.
The Bulldogs are playing well. 3 people are 4-4, which means they're finding their trades. They're going even. So now what the Bulldogs need to do is not only find their one, but make sure
they
they
stop Python.
Right.
That's basically what, because Python's having a map right
We
now.
need a Snake Charmer is what we need right now. Get him under control, and I think the Bulldogs definitely have a position they can turn around. So the Bulldogs just... the key to this match is that we didn't know what it was going to be, and I think right now it's stop Python.
Yeah.
Who could very well just
take
be
a trip down to the bayou, find a snake charmer.
Yeah.
Figure this out.
Yep.
Enough is enough.
And at this rate, interesting to see what they're going to go for. Bulldogs on a full buy here, mostly. Prodigy, I can assume Prodigy will buy.
Yeah.
4,900 just needs to reconnect. What are you expecting to see from
Maybe
Bulldogs?
limit the aggression.
You think a little less aggression than even? I think that's kind of what Raze does. Raze has that nade, these things that can punish these mass group ups and sweeps.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be a threat. And Raze has their ultimate. So it could pose a threat. Right now we're seeing them reposition. They're going to head back across.
Yeah, it just seems like they may be pushing stuff that a little bit too much, and that's allowing them to take advantage of them being over...
They're just taking
what's the word I'm looking for? Over extended.
Yeah, and Raze definitely, like I said, good at punishing these real group sessions, which we saw last time. They would push in this unit of 5 and just sweep 3 off their feet, and I think they're trying to punish that. And they're going. So as we head into this round, the Bulldogs looking to shut this rolling cart down that they have started. Spain, the only one standing on this side of spawn, will throw a bird, gets one. It's enough to get some intel. And the rest of them are rotating through drop on A.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Prodigy and Demoted are not quite
ready for it.
I think as soon as they catch that all of them are there, we may very well see a Brimstone ult just land straight on top of that.
Looks like it could be a fake.
Yeah, they're going to do what we've seen from a couple other teams before.
No, they're going to recommit. They're going now.
They're headed A. And this is going to come out. It's not going to get anybody. The smoke will come down. Light. No
I wonder why they
any
wir
vision.
That's odd that they just didn't push it.
Worried about a flank, maybe? Light brings down Jared, finds the first kill. Prodigy finds another. 3v5 for the Bulldogs now. Advantageous situation if you're them. Ayub gonna find take some damage there from Prodigy's spray, and that's just impressive.
I don't know if they're gonna. Oh, they should know behind. That's
Spain
a
and
great
Ayub
play.
sneaking up, collapsing on them there, bringing it out, evening the playing field here. 3-on-3 now.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Some space will be bought there. Gonna catch one. Breach no flash now. How to feed. Brings down light. Gets flash out from the sky. Elo finds another. Swing this together and they can pull it out. Spain brings down Elo. Jackson needs to bait this out. Oh, and through the wall, Spain will find enough to bring down Jackson. Another round being won in the last 1v1.
I would take a timeout here.
I think the Bulldogs would be wise to take a moment, collect themselves, and reconsider what's going on. And sure enough, that's what we're seeing right here. Demoted is going to pull the timeout for the Bulldogs, and this is going to give them a minute to really discuss their options, see what they can do differently. It's been a tough couple rounds in a row now.
I mean, this is deja vu from Pearl.
It is. The Bulldogs just cannot seem to find their groove.
And then Sacramento's got one person that's just playing the game of their life right now.
Right, and you know, on Haven it seemed like that didn't exist. There was no one person dominating, and I think the Bulldogs need to find that groove for themselves where they're playing as a team, they're moving as a unit.
Yeah.
Because right now, and it could be as well as the Bulldogs are playing fairly well.
Yeah.
We're seeing them move as these units. Elo is swinging with Demoted, and Light is collectively playing with Jackson, and we're seeing this great plays together, but unfortunately it's just not cohesive enough to take out the entirety of the team.
Yeah.
Every round it turns into 2 for the Bulldogs, 2 for Sacramento State, and then it turns into a 1v1, and the Bulldogs just can't quite find that last kill.
Because it's so easy to just peek, go back, peek, go back.
And that's the advantage on this map is there's a lot of attacker positions that are just tough that are just they just win.
Yeah.
And there's so many plants on this map that are well known.
Honestly, I don't even know if this is like a attack side map or a defensive side map because there's 2 factors you have to look at. One, super easy to rotate for the defenders. But on the contrary, you got 4 prongs of attack on offense. So
yeah, I tend to think this is a pretty evenly sided map,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. This one depends a lot more on how good your team is
yeah,
in terms of taking these fights. So it just means the Bulldogs are going to have to play this one.
I need to get info there too. So
Light going to take a couple shots there. Won't quite see that fight. Dog will come out. It'll hit Jackson. Can't quite find one. Python finds the first blood of the round on Python. Or on Jackson. Light
I mean,
will
he was
also
just
fall
kinda
to Spain. Yeah,
out on an island there.
you're in a bad spot there. Spain swings behind and gets Elo. Demoted with a stinger, and a Sheriff are going to swing it. Spain finds 3. Python finds himself another. That's 3 and 2 for the 2 of them. And I mean, they are really putting on a show right now.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs had a really good comeback on. This is what I typically in my games like to call a rage buy. You lose a couple rounds and you go, that's it, I've had enough, and you buy an op.
Only difference is Prod does run the op, but I get what you mean. And honestly, I don't even know if this is a very good map for the op, you know?
I think what we're going to see here is something funny enough that Demoted and I did last week in a Swift play. I don't think this is, I mean, I'm sure this tactic is commonly used. We're going to see a flash thrown here by somebody. Okay, apparently by the other team.
I was going to say the enemy team.
Yeah, Spain is going to bring down Light. Prodigy will find 1. Elo finds 2. How to feel, and Spain will both fall. The Bulldogs.
Well, that's what we were looking for.
4-2. That's exactly what they want. And the Killjoy ult comes out. Jackson didn't quite have the gun out in time. Ayub will find 1, but
They do have bombs, so.
one player gets detained. He's caught in it. That's another one. Elo finds 3. The Bulldogs have cleaned this round up phenomenally. Prod. Oh, you don't want to walk out there, Killjoy. Yep, that's
Huge win. That's a very much needed round.
fantastic. And I think that's the more that's the wind under their feet there to get them flying.
That justifies the buy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Wow. That was something. He's spelling something I couldn't quite tell what it was.
Oh, I thought he was tracing.
Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Demoted is a.
But 7 and 6 and 75 for Elo. 7-6 for Prod.
Yeah.
And 7 and 5 for Elo.
Here we're gonna see it again. The flash will probably come out. I wonder if this is one of these pop flashes.
Yeah.
They've become very popular recently. So they go off and it gives you that opportunity to just find a kill. Light once again gonna swing this. Python there.
You might want to get out of there.
You gotta get out of there, man. Makes it alive. But we'll definitely have to. Oh, okay. That's a very bold way to play that. Watching the wrong angle, needs to be looking down. As Jared will find 2. Elo and Demoted both gonna fall.
Wow,
Wow,
shot.
they headshotted him through that falling area. How to feed, gonna find that, brings down the operator, and it's a tough round for the Bulldogs. Jackson finds one on Spain. The blind will come out. Light's going to spray just to cover himself.
It's such a smart rotate from Sacramento.
It is, and they're all headed.
They're going to get the op too.
They're headed to B. Yep, they've got hands on the op now. How to feed IU, both going to be pushing the site here. Jackson, the last one standing, knows what they're going to be planting. We'll spray it down. Doesn't quite find it. Finds a little bit of damage.
Yeah, a
though.
little bit.
Finds one. The op is down. How to feed will fall. Jackson got himself 2 this round, looking for a 3rd. That's going to be the alarm bot, and it still finds it to him. I'm not sure how he didn't get that.
They're stacking
proceed.
this.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful what he swings there as Python shuts that down. Light going to look to see what he can find, but he only had 20 health, and that's not quite enough. Python will shut the round down, finds himself 2 to clean up the round, and the Bulldogs fall another. 1-7, headed into the 9th round. Rough math on stream. And the Bulldogs are having a tough time there. And you know what? At this point, I would have to say the key to the game has got to be play smart, play together. They really are not playing quite close enough together.
No.
They're moving in, they're finding individual picks, but it's not quite enough when you're not able to use something of those
taking
skills.
ones when they shouldn't, and they're not playing together at all.
And I have to wonder how much of this is the Bulldogs haven't played enough Fracture.
Yeah,
it's been a while. I don't think they would have had any reason to scrim it a lot. So I have to wonder if, it just is
This
what
is the
it
way
is.
the cards are dealt.
But Python will find 1, Light will fall, Prodigy will find 2 with a Vandal. Looks for a 3rd, takes some shots, cleans it out with Jackson. That's 3 down from the Hornets, and the Bulldogs are only missing 1. Light's the first one to go down for the Bulldogs. Spain gonna fall to Jackson there. And Jackson finding himself 3.
Huge.
Still him. He's
once
still
again,
him.
we lost that round pretty handedly. That wasn't a very good look for us, but we bounced back immediately, and it's something they need to do. They just need to be more consistent.
Right.
And they played together. Did you see that? I mean, that
was swinging together. Prodigy and Light both swinging that together. Light goes down, but Prodigy found 2 to trade, and Jackson cleaning up some as well. The Bulldogs need to just, like we said, play smart, play together. It's the motto, but it's also very true.
Yes.
It's very true. So holding on to that is exactly what they need to do. They're gonna buy for each other. Hopefully they got that buy off in time. It was pretty close to the end there. The shots will ring out.
Yeah,
Prodigy will take some damage, but won't go down.
I think he's had his fun.
Jared has
Right there.
been able to patiently wait here and find himself a kill most rounds, but it's not enough this time. Light shuts him down. No more flank picks there. Jackson keeping an eye here, make sure they don't rotate. That's a beautiful Vandal skin, by the way.
Yes.
That red.
Origin's nice.
Origins is crisp, and that red is. Whew.
I call it the Gucci gun.
Why?
Looks like something out of a
looks,
Gucci.
I think you've told me this before.
Yeah, I have.
Jackson will take some shots there. Won't go down, but definitely a tough time to beat Jackson.
Oh, that's a brutal.
Hopefully that nade doesn't land quite on him. It does, but he lives. 18 health left standing, and
He spoke
sprays
too
through the
soon.
smoke. Yeah.
We do have ults to take this though, so that's also.
Yeah, there's there's the knives that are out. We're gonna see the Raze ult is gonna come out. Demoted will bring down Spain. The ult comes out from Brimstone. Python. That ultimate comes out from Raze. Won't find one. How to feed. Gotta be careful what they fire here. How to feed. It's gonna bring down Light. That's one. Demoted brings down Python. They've got to swing it together. And it's enough for Demoted to find it. That's why you got to play together.
Yes.
That push is exactly a prime example of swinging things as a team and winning those fights. If we win those 1 by 1, you don't win that fight.
Yeah.
But you swing it together and you take the fight, and the Bulldogs did a great job of just winning the round there. Ults on ults on ults were invested, and the Bulldogs just still came out on top.
Yeah. This has been a nice response to a lackluster start for sure.
Need a drop.
Yeah, the Bulldogs had a.
And now
It's a great word to describe it. It was not beautiful, and it was lacking the skill that they had, but a phenomenal job in turning it around.
Yeah. And now we have a half bye coming in from Sacramento, so this is a chance to further gain back what you've lost.
They could further turn this into an advantage for them. The Stingers, the Sheriffs, Prodigy's got to be careful what he decides to swing here, but Elo gets caught in the knife just barely. No,
he didn't get caught.
That was his knife. Just shoot. Just shoot. That's one. Can't find another. Stinger will bring down. Demoted is getting, run at right now. Finds one. Gets brought down by Python, but it's an even trade, 2 for 2, but it's not what you're looking for when you're playing an econ round. Light. Light!
Oh, why would he? Oh, I don't know about that.
I think he was more worried about going slowly and getting picked off, but I think at the same time, speeding across would have been a bad call.
Yeah.
And that could have been as easy as a bad comm.
Can we see the investment of the KG ult maybe here?
Yeah, I think we might, as well as we could possibly see knives if it turns out to be a bad operating situation. But it's not. Jackson finds one. Prodigy finds another. They've turned the round to a 2 against 1 from a 3 against 2.
Nice.
Prodigy shuts it down. Oh, my
I didn't
gosh.
really want to lose that many guns, but a win's a win, so.
A round is a round for them at this point. In its last round, the Bulldogs have enough to buy. They're not going to be too worried about what's coming. So, yep, unfortunately can't quite buy for light there, but he's going to go with the light shields and a phantom.
I mean, the only thing that a light shield or a heavy shield protects you from is getting.
One tapped by a vandal.
Yes, or one tap by a phantom.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was going to say, vandal, it don't matter.
No, vandal doesn't matter. Well, and I think that was a professional strategy that was used at one point. They realized they were
By
only
optic,
buying,
yes.
yeah, they were using a lot of phantoms, and so they just said, "Oh, well, I'll buy half shields. Saves you 600 credits every round." A really aggressive play here by Op Prod, and he finds one, pulls out the knives.
Oh, and
Elo finds another. Jared goes down.
yeah, so that's the KJ out of the question. So now you play this completely differently.
No
honestly.
longer have to worry about
Yeah.
this Killjoy ultimate coming out. Jackson is going to rotate back to point. Spain is there. They're all on site or headed towards that site, and Jackson will buy himself some time with those nades.
And honestly, Jackson could invest the ult here.
Yeah, the Killjoy ultimate here could be enormous,
that's
especially
what's
since they don't
gonna
have an
happen.
angle, and that's what we're going to see. It's going to come out right now. Prodigy going to keep an eye on it. Light will bring him down, but bring down Spain. Ayub will fall. Spain brings down Jackson, but Prodigy, finding himself a third, will shut the round down, uses his knives. This last round, no harm, no foul, and the Bulldogs bring themselves another round to even out the half, 7-5.
That would be evening.
Thank you. It would be 6-6 if they
Yes.
evened it out.
Yes.
But